Hi, good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the value education and moral values and professional ethics in value education. So let us start. So what is value education? So as per the Aristotle, the aim of education is the knowledge not of facts but of values. Value education refers to planned education activities that instill moral values and ethics in students. It helps the students to develop character. It guides them in making ethical choices in life. So, the word value is there in the linguistic history. So, the word axiology is a branch of philosophy. It is a study of values and value judgment. So, it is derived from the Greek word axos, meaning worthy or of value, and logos means study. Okay, axiology explores what is considered good, valuable, or desirable, how we determine that. Then, if you see some of the views regarding the value education, what Plato says, Plato believed virtue can be taught through proper education. So the values can be taught through proper education. And Radhakrishnan Commission says, emphasized on spiritual and moral education in India. And Dela reports, there are four pillars: learning to know, to do, be, and live together. Then even NCRT advocates the integrating values across curriculum. So more perspectives in value education. As per J.S. Brubachar, okay, value provides meaningful direction to education efforts. And Canning Home says that education must be developed moral, conscious children. CAB, the Central Advisory Board of Education, promotes the national values. So, let us have some clarification values. Part 1, consummatory versus instrumental, intellectual versus moral, and subjective versus objective of the values. What is consummatory? Consummatory value is meaning what? Valued for themselves. That is happiness and wisdom. This is a value for our own self. And what is the instrumental? Means to others, value money and education. Then intellectual versus moral values. Intellectual, knowledge, curiosity, reasoning. This is about the intellectual. What is moral? Honesty, compassion, respect. And subjective versus objective, meaning subjective, personal preference values; objective, universally recognized standards. Then classification of values. Okay, universal versus individual, absolute versus relative. Universal, it is shared across culture. Justice, truth, this is universally accepted. And individual importance is that career goals and habits, values. Then absolute values with relative also. So absolute value is unchanging regardless of circumstances, human dignity. Okay. Then relative values change based on context and culture according to the situation. Example, dress code. Then, as per Gandhian values, okay, what Gandhiji says, as you know that there is a Sarvodaya, welfare and upliftment of all, okay. Then simplicity, living without excess, wasteful of consumption; truth, honesty and integrity in all aspects of life; non-violence, ahimsa, avoid harm in thought, word and deed. So here the Gandhiji values are Sarvodaya, simplicity, truth, non-violence. Then importance of value education. So moral development, emotional intelligence, social harmony, responsible citizen. What is moral value? See, through value education builds character and ethical decision making. What is emotional intelligence? Develops on empathy of self-regulation. Social harmony promotes peaceful coexistence and respect for diversity. Responsible citizens creates aware, engaged, and dutiful citizen. So, moral development, emotional intelligence, social harmony, and responsible citizenship. So, this is the importance of value education. Then, teaching values and submodels. So, values are primarily the opinions, attitudes, behavior pattern of individual. So, values primarily consider as the opinion of others, attitude of the persons, and behavior pattern of the individuals. So, values should not be taught but developed through continuous practices, which cannot be taught orally. Do this, do that. So, it comes through continuous practices. So, value develop occurs three levels. Okay, how it is developed? Awareness of values, beliefs in necessity of the values, consistent practice in thoughts, speech, and actions. So, our values can be occurred through awareness values, believing in that values which are necessary, and consistent practice in thoughts, in speech, in actions. So there is three dimensions. Then methods of value teaching is direct and indirect. So teaching value explicitly as per the timetable. So how we have done as per the timetable we have says, and K. Ramarao explains in his book Naitika Vidya Acharanatma Upagamanam. Okay, this is a book which is written by K. Ramarao, Moral Education and Practical Approach. We should remember, if they ask in the examination, who wrote the book Naitika Vidya Acharanatma Upagamanam, written by K. Ramarao. So, and in 1959, Sri Prakash Committee suggested direct value education. Example, Balamitra stories, Jataka tales, moral stories. Then this is the direct method. Okay, and indirect how you have to teach this, incorporating values through regular school subjects. Example, language teaching, human values and moral themes. You have to tell about the, when you are telling about the language, you have to tell the more human values. Then moral themes you have to tell. In mathematics, you have to say logic, speed, accuracy. Okay, so that you can preserve the value. Then social studies, human relationship, peace, equality. Okay, that you have to inculcate the values in indirect method. So peace education is a part of your this one only. It is as per the NCF National Curriculum Framework 2005. So the education aims to promote the values such as equality, justice, freedom, respectful for human dignity, non-violence, democratic values. So it includes the elimination of the social evils such as caste discrimination, gender bias, and religious intolerance. Okay, so the NCF emphasize the inclusion of peace education in the curriculum to build peaceful society. So these are inculcated in NCF 2005. What is the objectives of teaching peace education? Creating peaceful environment in the schools, society, and the in the country, developing conflict resolution skills among the students through dialogues, cooperation and empathy. If some conflicts comes, let them have dialogues, let them have cooperation, let them have sympathy. So, developing students understand the consequences of violence and the importance of non-violence. So, we have to, the objective of the value, the peace education is to stop the conflict. Okay, and we have to teach what is the importance of peace and what is the destruction effects of the non-violence. So, building social responsibility, fostering values like compassion and tolerance. So, how it is going to be implemented in education? Through curriculum should be included stories and lessons promoting peace. Okay, our curriculum should have the proper stories and lessons related to the peace. Activities encouraging cooperation. So you have to conduct some activities. Okay, lessons against violence and discrimination. So the lesson should be pointed out that they should be always against the violence and discrimination in favor of the peace. Then teacher should act as a role model of peace. So teacher should have the peace of mind and he should be a non-conflict person and is a cooperative person. So handle classroom conflicts patiently. If the conflicts comes in the classroom. So one has to handle very patiently, create non-threatening classroom atmosphere. Okay, so the classroom should not be threatened and it should be a like peaceful one. In school should conduct the activities like debates, group discussion, cultural programs focused on peace. So we should conduct the debates, various debates and group discussion, cultural programs focused on peace. So select the peace and related days involve the student socially services. So peace related days, okay. So Gandhiji birthday, something like that. You have to celebrate in the classroom. So this is about the peace education. Okay. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next class of perspectives in education in English medium. Thank you.